back to WeDAP. This is your dude, Danny G. Today,
smooth landing, man.
Thank you.
Wow.
Today, we are rounding out our Thingsgiving event, which is going on our channel. Be sure to check out all other things. We're talking about...
All other things Thanksgiving.
We've got the thing. We've got 10 things I hate about you.
Oh.
We've got that thing you do.
Well, the 10 things I hate about you actually come out after this podcast.
Well, spoiler
It's
alert.
coming. You will have
But it's
it.
on its way. Oh, yeah. and on ACC, we did The Thing from Another World. And then
right.
Swamp Thing, which will be out shortly before this.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, man. It's all of the things. We're struggling to find other things.
That's true. And today, we're rounding it out with T3B3, Wholesome Things.
Aw.
Bum, bum. I feel like like soft piano chords should be playing right now.
La, la,
I didn't come prepared.
Sorry. Nice.
We can add it in post.
Yeah.
Will I?
Well, we have to point out, this is going to be Danny's last episode in the flesh for a while.
In home.
As
yeah.
like a
For a
permanent... yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, we're going to figure it out.
We'll kill him. We're just going to kill him so no one else can have him.
That actually sounds like a really good plan to me.
Luckily,
Yeah.
I've recorded over 1,200 hours of me talking with my favorite phrases.
Yeah,
For
so-
just... Most of them are like this.
For deep fake situations.
A bunch of brief stories about Taco Bell.
Yeah. Whataburger, Will Smith impressions.
So you're telling me that we can get all of those clips from just this episode?
Yeah. And I have a backlog. Frank has it.
That's great.
So...
For an occasion such as this.
well, all right. So who's starting this off?
You know what? I'll take the first bottom.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be the bottom boy.
You always are.
Yeah.
I got it. My third bottom wholesome thing are inspirational quotes with artsy backgrounds.
Dang.
Ooh.
I agree.
Man.
Gosh.
If I see one on Instagram, I unfollow that account. I can't remember the last time I've seen one. As a matter
What
of
about
fact.
when it's your family member?
I don't follow a whole lot of family members on Instagram.
That's a smart thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. But ooh, it just gets my blood boiling.
When it's
don't
just
tell,
like-
don't tell me how to be happy. I'll figure it out for myself. Damn it! Thank you very much.
But
I-
what about
I
that
can-
artsy font?
No, hate it.
I
Hate
can
that
identify so much with this because as a teacher, you just see all of that.
I bet.
Like, especially in elementary school, so much of teacher decoration is just like things I saw on Pinterest.
Motivational posters?
There's all those things.
The whale tail?
And then it's weird for me because
I
I've
don't
always
remember any
hated
of those in
that.
school.
You
Well,
don't
I
remember
do,
the
but
whale
not the ones we were talking about.
There we go. Or the hang in there posters?
Well, those are a little bit different though. No, you're talking about like when they make a post and it's just like a square image with text on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff pops up everywhere, man. Ugh, motivation is cheesy.
It is. It's so cheesy.
It's typically like that same relative that has like the, hey, it's me, your relative with the sunset photo. Just putting racist comments.
Like a real up close shot of like a wooden fence post and like a sunset in the field.
Yeah.
Some like news article from freedomnetwork.com or something.
Yeah. Or nomoreliberals.com.
Oh.
But yeah, that really grinds my gears, man.
So what is it about the motivational quote that drives you nuts? Is
I
it
think it's the whole package. The fact that the background image very rarely has anything to do with the quote is going on. Second, I don't like the motivational, like happy stuff, except of a certain few like movies and situations.
Okay.
I do them real good.
I think to add on that, I really hate when they have some comedian or some speaker of some sort that never said that quote.
Yeah.
That they
I see that all the time with George Carlin. There'll be like a still image of George Carlin. They'll have something he's saying about society, and it's like, what?
He never said that.
He's just dead. Just because he had 20 specials doesn't mean you can just put whatever you want on top of his
He
face.
was obviously talking about the times that we're facing now.
Yeah, right. That's good.
That's a good one. What about you, D-Pens?
Okay, so my bottom three, and this is something that I have almost no experience with other than commercials. I was going to go like with any like CD box set from the early 2000s, but I'm specifically going to narrow in and say Kids Bop.
Man, those
Kids
are wholesome.
Nice.
Kids Bop was made intentionally to make commercial hits kid friendly and wholesome. And originally I was thinking about picking just like radio pop or something, but a lot of that is not wholesome. Is not wholesome at all. But just the idea of like taking a song, taking anything that could be controversial, writing it out, And then that's not enough. But then to have a group of kids sing it, like, but
what a disgusting chore to undertake.
I can just imagine, like, okay, who has Kids Bop? Parents. You know what I mean? Parents who have little kids who like pop music, but they don't want them hearing, like, the dirty innuendos that, you know, Katy Perry or whoever puts in their music. So then they buy their kid a Kids Bop CD. I wonder what the
Kids Bop version of Candy Shop would be like.
I missed a girl and I miss her. I think it's also, it's parents, and then it's also like youth pastors and like aunts and uncles that don't have kids that don't know what to get there.
Yeah, you could funnel this into like music made for kids. There's a lot of that stuff, which I just think is nonsense. I think just have your kid listen to good music, and if you're a parent, you can recommend music that you know isn't going to be offensive.
Yeah,
like,
wait to show them the rough stuff.
Like my mom bought me a Monkey CD when I was like 6 years old, and I jammed that Monkey CD. It's a good CD, and you know what? None of the songs are offensive. And I guess they're not a great example of real music because that is like a manufactured band. But
they're just monkeying around.
Instead of buying your kid Kids Bop or streaming it or whatever, just hook them up with like Abbey Road or something, or like Please Me or something.
That one has a weird connotation too, but it's easier to explain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I got like a tape of the Cars from my dad when I was like 5 years old.
That's a great one.
They're clean. They're always clean.
They're clean, yeah.
Yeah, and it's damn good music.
Yeah. Why expose your kid to subpar art? And you know what what happens? People grow up and watch Transformers. That's what happens when you raise a generation on Kids Bop.
You know, I just really want to know the business model behind Kids Bop. Like how worth it is it? You have to pay royalties for the song, I'm sure. But like, I mean, or you have to pay copyright or something.
Or do you think it's like the label just gives it the go ahead? Maybe it's like all the songs belong to one label.
Yeah, what's the profit?
We'll get them hooked now.
Yeah, maybe they'll want to buy the actual song. I don't know.
I'm sure now it's defunct, I'd imagine, because
let's find out.
Yeah, you look
they're
that
still
up.
Going.
Well, I just mean, like, how are they still making money when it streams? Maybe like YouTube or something? I don't know. But it sounds. How much do you think those kids get paid? That like choir of children who sing it.
What is okay?
You're gonna have great exposure. So many people are gonna hear this recording.
They're actually trying to figure out a new way to do that because the way they used to pay them was they want an all expense like paid trip to Jerry Epstein's island.
Frank, I thought, man, I thought this was going somewhere.
That was really good setup.
And it took a dark turn.
Well, it went somewhere. Probably not where you had hoped.
Wow.
I know based off of the font, I'm gonna make an assumption that now that's what I call music owns the Kids Bop industry, and maybe it's like because I mean they look almost exactly the same.
They do. I'd imagine they have somewhat. There's got to be some kind of common ground between those.
Hey guys, if we hurry, we can still pre-order Kids Bop 40.
Oh, 40. Okay, give us the track list.
And there's also a world tour going on.
Oh,
that sounds awful.
I would. Oh God, no.
I'd rather go see that Swedish band that plays in dinosaur suits singing about dinosaurs because that's
some Gigantosaur or something like that.
Rockosaurus or something like that.
It's gonna bother me.
It's amazing.
That is cool.
They're awesome. And the songs are dope.
Yeah, the songs are good. Heavysaur. Yeah. No, if I had a kid who was like 6 or 7, they were like, "Oh, Dad, can we go see the Kids Bop World Tour?" I'd be like, "You're gonna live with your uncle from now on." You're not coming back home. I'm sorry. I've made a mistake.
Make him live with Wesley.
This is my problem. Or just some guy, you know what I mean? Like if he's not down. This is your uncle, Robert. Yeah.
What's your name again?
I don't know.
I agree, though. That is what you got.
You agree? You would agree that you would abandon your child
with a random person? Yeah. Okay.
Well, the first, I don't know if we have to go through this whole thing, but the first track on the track list for Kids Bop 40 is Old Town Road.
I don't doubt that. Yeah. That's not a dirty song, though.
No, it's not.
I mean, it has a dirty connotation.
Is there a dirty one on there where they had to change the name? That's what I love.
Sucker, 7 Rings,
is
I Don't
Nicki
Care,
Minaj?
Truth Hurts. I don't know. I don't recognize most of these songs.
See, the problem
Senorita,
is I don't know any of these songs now.
Me, How Do We Sleep, If I Can't Have You, Sunflower, Thank You Next.
I know Sunflower.
I'm a sunflower.
Who Do You Love, Close to Me,
Next.
Beautiful People, The Gift Up, and Shallow.
Is that the Marilyn Manson Beautiful People?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't understand. Well, I don't know any of those songs except for like 2. So I guess we're out of touch.
I guess so.
I'm okay with the touch that I have now.
It's good to not be in touch when you're around kids.
Oh.
Okay, we're making that's one too many jokes about children being in danger for like,
Being a danger to
within
children.
the same 3 minutes. Danny, what do you have next?
All right, guys. So I'm doing this B3 list right this time. Okay.
Well, to be fair, last time it was first place and runner-up.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a list of 3.
That's what I'm saying. I'm doing it right this time.
Okay.
This is my bad one. See, I went bad, worse, and worst.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's it.
Nailed
I'm
it.
learning this. Okay.
He's found it out.
And finally, on the last episode, I got it right. So
Better late than never.
my bad would have to be Catholic Christmas mass services.
Ooh, yeah. That's a rough mass service to have
I-
to sit and kneel through and stand and
Okay,
kneel and
hang on.
sit and kneel
I'll
and
add something
stand.
on when you're done with this.
I'm
Yeah,
just
okay,
saying.
lead us
I
off
mean,
here.
for those who aren't Catholic and in the know, it's like I grew up Catholic. My first thing is that Jesus, these are long. Okay.
Come here, Meryl.
They're boring, and I have bad memories of being just bored out of my mind in the pews.
Yeah.
They're always super hot because everybody's packed in there like sardines.
Super hot. You have to stand in line to get into the church. I remember distinctly getting pinched by my grandma because I was falling asleep during the services. Because most of these services happen at midnight on Christmas Eve.
Man, there's nothing more painful than the church pinch.
Oh,
Especially because you're partially asleep when it happens.
yeah, it's super unpleasant. And then the father usually just goes on, and it's gruesome and very like
Gruesome, yeah.
Yeah.
They get into the Easter stuff just a little bit.
they really do.
They
And
gotta-
Just to let you know where this story ends.
They got to tease it.
this
you know
guy
what I
was
mean?
born, and guess what? He dies.
Dang.
But I mean, I don't know, guys. It was like one of the least favorite things I ever looked forward to on the holidays because I knew it was coming.
That is rough.
Grandma drags us on, and it's terrible.
I just got to add a quick story to this. So this last Christmas, I spent it in Georgetown with Michelle's family. My family is not Catholic. And I never went to a Christmas Eve service or Christmas service during my entire childhood. That was just not something that our family did. So I know that Michelle's grandmother's very religious. Her grandfather is not. You know what I mean? He'll sometimes go to
puts up with
church
it.
and he'll wait in the car while she's in church.
That's
Nice.
my guy.
Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
That's a power move right there.
We go to this Christmas service at some tiny little Catholic church in Georgetown because they're a Catholic family. And the whole family was like not interested. It was amazing. Like no one wanted to be there. And I was like, why are we here?
It's like a chore.
It was like, we do it because we do it. But then the best part
Well,
was,
they're doing it because God said they had to do it.
well, but I mean, here's the thing though. God didn't say go to church twice a year. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird how there's this sect of people who are just, they're hanging on. They're like, I'm still religious. I'm still going to go on Christmas Eve. I'm still going to go on Easter.
Yep.
And
Ash
the rest
Wednesday,
of the year,
you just hit the big ones.
the Cowboys
Yeah.
are playing. And you know what? I go golfing on Sunday. I just like to sleep in. You know what I mean?
We were gonna go to Lowe's actually.
Yeah.
well, that's the whole Catholic thing. You get to repent.
Yeah, right.
then you-
And they just wash
that's
it away.
that's the sweet deal.
Yeah.
Just say you're sorry.
Well-
say a couple Hail Marys. You're good to go, man.
The best part, this thing is like at 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve or something.
Oh, that's early, man.
It's pretty early. And then first off, the music was bad.
It's terrible every time. It's
Catholic
like
churches
Gregorian
have the
chants.
worst music, and I hate to
Yes.
bring, but
Yeah.
especially when they when they try and jump ahead 20 years and they bring out some guy with a guitar, it's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like the songs are just written poorly. Methodists, they have you outclassed on music
Oh,
for
man.
sure. But
They
anyway,
slammed.
before I get into a religious war over here, we get there, we're sitting down in the back. We're sitting down in the back because they want to leave first. Like Michelle's uncles are like, we got to be close to the door. And then they like pick the parking spot closest to the exit and then backed into it so that we can just pull out. Like
So smart.
their game
Get
plan
out as fast as possible.
So we're all sitting in there. I mean, obviously we don't know any of these people. And then like the priest, I was going to call him pastor. The priest comes in and the first thing out of his mouth is, all right, everyone, we're really going to get this thing moving along. I know we got things to do. And I was like, what?
What is going on?
Even this dude doesn't want to be here.
Seriously.
Like, how has this happened?
He's like, I can't believe I have to work on Christmas Eve.
And it's even more so the case with, like, I had some Jewish friends when I was out in I still have Jewish friends. They're still my Jewish friends. But
Wow. But then you found out they were Jewish.
But then I
You
like,
turned
left,
them into
yeah.
the Nazis.
Wow.
But it's kind of even worse because I know some of the services that they go to are so packed that they sell tickets for these services because there's so many people trying to go.
That's
and stuff.
crazy.
Yeah, which just sounds awful.
For Hanukkah?
I don't know what it was for. I don't know if
I
it was
guess.
for Hanukkah. It was for some. I want to say it's Yom Kippur, but I really don't know if that's it.
Yeah,
That could be the wrong thing. So, forgive me, all my Jew friends. You guys rock.
We just got to edit that video around to have it like Frank saying, you sold him out to the Nazis, and then Danny saying, forgive me, all my Jews. It'll be super easy. And the
Doing
deep
it
fakes start. The deep fakes are coming.
Yeah, that's just what we're going to do while we're gone. I'm actually seeing this working out pretty well.
You're just going to cut up all my audio.
We're going to write out every line of dialogue and put it in a Word document so we can search it.
Yep.
Oh, it's perfect.
I mean, kudos to you guys for doing the work for that. I mean, I'm not going to do any of that.
Oh,
So that's one of my bads.
that's a good
That's a
one.
good bad.
That was a good bad.
Thank you. It's terrible.
Frank.
My number 2 bottom wholesome thing are happy endings where everyone learned their lesson and changed for the better. What a terrible way to end a story.
Mine are,
So like
mine
90%
are-
of movies.
mine are all, I have one that's really close to yours.
That's what I love about The Mist, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Dang.
yes, that's how that story ends.
I love the subversion of expectations.
Yeah, gotta subvert expectations. Everybody learns their lesson at the end. What if at the end of it, dad's still an alcoholic and doesn't see his family? That's how real life ends.
That's a change from Stephen King's book, too. I think they just get picked up and they escape.
Yeah.
And it is like a happy ending.
Well, that's the thing is Stephen King can't end his novels.
Yeah, right. And then Frank Darabont was like, no, let me slam this thing.
It's so hard to stick the landing when you suck.
I agree,
Wow.
though. I mean, it's to an archetypal point where you're just like, I know what's going to happen in the end of this. You're going into a Christmas movie, you're going into a rom-com, and you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
happens, and it's like, great. Now let's get out of here. It smells like popcorn.
Yeah. Well, I already lost interest at like the third act, so I'm done, really.
Yeah. Movies that have that kind of ending are way easier to predict, and you can just guess which ones are going to do it.
Like most of the time, movies that do this, you guess when these characters meet each other. Like by their first meeting, they're like, "Oh, and this is how he's going to save him at the end."
yeah. Oh, especially when they have like some line of dialogue.
Yep.
It's like, oh, here it is. Ugh. Luckily we haven't had too many CLE movies like that. Of course, we've just been kind of picking ones we really enjoy.
Yeah, let's pick some stinkers, man. Let's tear into some.
Oh, man.
some
We
stinkers.
always tear into some stinkers.
Yeah.
Mostly scary stories that tell them.
Yeah. That's like the biggest stinker we've ever had. Oh, jeez, man.
I agree with that, though.
That's a good one.
That's bad.
Well, let's keep trucking along. My next one is very close to Frank's first one, and I was going to say we have the same thing, but they're slightly different.
I'm glad we lined it up.
Mine are inspirational wall art for your home.
Oh.
So
Eat,
when you
Love,
go
Pray.
in, eat, love, pray. Home is where the heart is.
That poem about Jesus and the footprints.
The footprints.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, the one about your dead pet, the rainbow bridge.
I've never seen that.
I don't remember that one.
Next time you're in any veterinarian's office, look around and you'll find a poem called The Rainbow Bridge about where all the pets who go to heaven meet their
I have seen
owners.
this.
I'm like,
I
Is that
definitely
that-
saw it at my vet's office.
Was that what they based that movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven?
I guess so.
Awesome. Okay.
I don't think that dog was baptized though.
And I don't remember Rainbow Road, except for Mario Kart.
And it was not heavenly.
And that
It's
is
treacherous.
not.
Yeah.
No, that's a scary rainbow.
So separates the men from the boys, man.
Some other ones, which I mean, obviously the classic meme, like live, love, laugh, like photo framed.
Your basic Karen starter pack.
Yeah. There's one I saw that was so bad that I showed you guys the other day where it was like, in this house, we are the office. And then it was just like quotes from the office. And it was like, we are Beyonce always. And we love Clevin. And we all are... I can't even say them all. They were just so bad, and they just didn't even make any sense. This house loves Bears Beats and Battlestar Galactica. I'm like, ugh. I just think it's kind of tasteless too. It's like something that people would get. Man, I sound so condescending right now. It sounds like something people would get because they don't have any kind of opinion on what they actually enjoy as like aesthetic art.
So they just go to Target and get some Chinese symbols for like joy, peace, and happiness.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, man, what does this really say about you? If you're going to hang something in your house that's potentially going to be hanging out for like years and years and years, at least pick something that you're like, oh, this is interesting.
I feel a connection to this.
Not something that's like, oh, this was at Big Lots and it was $7.
Especially in this house, Blue Lives Matter.
Man, no, I don't want to get in the whole Blue Lives Matter. It's like, yes, support the police, but obviously, like when like minority kids are being shot, it's a bad time to say, well, what about the cops? It's like, well, they're the guys with the gun.
Yeah.
Like,
bulletproof vest, backup.
yeah. Excuse me for expecting them to have some kind of restraint. Yeah. Like I think
serving and protecting.
I think it's okay to be upset when like a little kid gets gunned down for holding a toy train or something.
Mm-hmm. To protect and serve bullets in an unwarranted fashion.
Yeah.
Especially when you walk into the wrong apartment, am I right?
Oh geez. And that was like what happened twice in 1 month or something.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And then people say, well, I support my cops. It's like, okay, well,
I do too, as long as I don't
I do
shoot
too,
innocent
man.
people.
I'll vote for them on a bond if they need new equipment.
I give them money when they call me.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Yikes. Anyways, that took a left turn.
Nah. Hey, at least we weren't making jokes about
Welcome back to Thanksgiving.
diddling kids.
Yeah, I guess.
I like that though. I also agree. It's very tacky and tasteless.
Yeah.
And it's like someone went into Pinterest and just put home art and then was just like, I'm going to buy this one.
Oh,
Boom,
yeah.
print.
Yeah. Send me that.
A kitchen is the heart of the
Or they
home.
saw it on HGTV. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Dude, even on HGTV, I feel like when the Property Brothers redo a house, they have the decency to at least get some art
Real
for
art,
the wall.
yeah.
Like, that'd be so embarrassing if they just had something up there like that. Don't forget to breathe today, or something
Yep.
stupid. I don't know. I can't even think of one.
I know
They're so
exactly what you
bad.
mean. Wipe your paws
Wipe your paws. Ugh.
on the mat.
Every night is darkest before the dawn.
Ugh.
one, though.
Okay, let's move on. I'm
Are we
just
doing
growing
B's,
too
right?
much.
We're back on B's.
We
Middle
are. You're on B
Still
number
on B's.
2,
I'm on my B, which is worse with an E at the end.
as opposed to the other way of spelling it that doesn't exist.
Worse with a T on the end.
Oh snap!
Or worst with a U in the instead of the O.
All right, y'all. I'm talking about over the top Christmas decorations.
Nice,
Ooh,
nice.
So
All
my house from now until the end of time.
No. All right, I'm gonna delineate what is over the top.
Okay,
for me.
let's see.
We
Let's
got whole
Where do you
nativity.
draw the line?
All right, whole nativity scenes, big, huge, flashing strobe lights, blown up Santas coming out of the chimneys. Being that house on the block. I have this experience from being that house on the block
Oh,
when I
gosh.
grew up. Like my mom went out. You know this.
She's got a lot of decorations.
So much so that we couldn't even use like storage sheds or anything. Like they were all for decorations. So it was like, she bought the blow up reindeer and Frosty the Snowman, put it out front.
I can just see your mom laughing as that thing blows up.
She
I
loves
bet she
it.
gets a kick.
She loves it. And I liked helping her up until the age I was like 6 maybe. And I was just like, you know what? Why do you put yourself through this every year?
Yeah.
And secondly, you complain about the electric bill like the month after, and it's like, what do you think is going on? You're leaving these things on 24/7.
Yeah.
But
You used all the electricity.
yeah, like my thing is like I would rather appreciate like a tasteful amount. I love Christmas lights and I love Christmas decorations, but you know what? Luminaries, whatever you want to call them, put them out. Those are nice. Put out like a nice Christmas lights set with like a nice light tone that like matches your color of your house, but don't
Like Back in Black.
Yeah.
Playing in the background.
Yeah. There you go. Back in Black. Synced up to the
Yeah,
lights.
synced up to the lights. That's what I'm
hate
talking
that. Oh my God. I hate it. And I hate, like, I think when it first came out, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But like
Then it was every video.
every year on Facebook, you see it like, this house knows how to Christmas. And they have like Metallica playing.
Yeah.
And it's like Santa with a guitar out front. And I'm just like, I
Ew.
can't. It's gross. It's annoying.
You can't even.
I can't even. Please just be tasteful.
I was almost gonna put Christmas in general on mine. I was like the music, the movies, the fake like this is the season of love. This is the season where we're all. It's like no, it's really not though.
No, you all are out there acting crazy in the retail shops.
Yeah, right. I just felt like it was I was gonna be too pessimistic, too much of a Scrooge. But there's some Christmas movies where the wholesome part I can get behind, and there's some Christmas music where I hear it and I'm like, this is just a beautiful tune. But it's just such a. It is what you're talking about with the lights and the decorations. It's just so much. It's like, are we really going to do this every year? Are we like putting up with this?
Yes, they are. They're going to do it harder and harder every year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the worst.
I can't keep up with the race. It's just, and I'm not even like 30, and it's just like, even I don't want to decorate.
I wonder if it's going to flip. You know what I mean? I wonder if like our generation is going to be too apathetic about it. I mean, there are people who always love Christmas, but
one of them's downstairs.
Yeah.
I love Christmas. Don't get me wrong. It is. I'm one of those people.
Bah humbug.
But I love it. But
humbug too.
But yeah, I mean, I just, the decorations is too much, man. It's just like just over the top. Don't have enough decorations to where you need to buy a storage unit for your decorations.
No, well.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah.
You have 2 storage sheds, so you can fit a lot of
Yeah, you can get a bunch out
Well,
here.
they're already full of Christmas decorations. I'm already maxed out.
Well, how about you,
All right,
Frankie?
the top.
Yeah, we might as well move on. We don't have to stand
top.
around crapping on Christmas the whole episode. You know what I mean? My worst bottom are Christmas fairs. I hate them. Who just keep crapping on Christmas.
Wow.
Christmas
It's
fairs.
because it's you never been to a
like
Christmas
a winter
fair?
fair. Yeah.
It's like, here's my cheap homemade jewelry and
It's
this dip.
everything you hate about Christmas just compressed into like some church meeting room or some convention center. Oh God, I hate him. Hate him so much. I haven't been to one since I was a kid, but I used to dread knowing it was coming and I'd have to go with my mom.
I hate that like half of it isn't even about Christmas either.
Yep. It's just like, hey, buy my wares.
It's like, dude, you're selling pecans. You're selling candied pecans. How's this Christmas?
Give them to people you forgot to buy gifts for.
I'd say I'm fortunate enough to never have gone to one. You know, my mom was.
Dude.
I went to the Church Fall Festival a month ago, and you know what? I got some delicious homemade salsa.
Oh, the food's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll buy some baked goods.
I
and
bought
the
some
bacon
vendor
stuff part
stuff.
of
Like
it,
the
for sure.
empanadas and whatever they got, like I'm down.
But I agreed. I went to the one at the El Paso downtown, the Civic Center. Is that what it is?
Okay.
Man.
It was huge. We walked
Yeah.
around that whole thing. They had live music and everything. And it's just like, man.
It's a lot of Christmas. And for somebody that does not like Christmas, it is just like hell for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Just being surrounded by ornaments and various garlands.
And people in elf suits.
It's rough.
Yes. People making like little clay angels with your kids' names on them.
No. Make the kid make it. You know what I mean? That's their job.
Make me some stupid macaroni
I
art.
ain't buying that.
Lazy little idiot.
Jeez, lazy kids. Well,
yeah, I feel like we just spent the whole time saying everything we hate about Christmas. We don't have to say it again. You know what I mean?
I have another Christmas one. Not just joking.
a fan.
My top one, and there's some caveats to this one, but I'm just gonna say
Caviar?
no. It's not caviar. Actually, that would be a crazy caveat. Fish-based foods. Is
it?
No, I'm joking. Sports movies. Movies about a team, specifically movies about a team overcoming some adversity together and like learning a lesson that has nothing to do with them playing the sport. And I'm just going to use a couple like football examples.
Here we go.
Like the worst one is probably like Radio, where that whole
that's a
team.
bad
I would
one.
agree.
That's just
Radio
a
is
bad
bad.
movie. And it's like, and I don't want to stereotype people, but I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to stereotype Cuba Gooding Jr. right now?
No, I don't need to do that. He did it for himself. Football players are not all incredibly nice, generous, well-behaved young men.
Nah, they like to pop their fingers in each other's butts for jokes.
Yeah, they're mostly, and I'm not saying they're all degenerates, but they're a lot of degenerates. And I say that
I feel like high school males in general like degeneracy.
so you have a bunch of like young adolescent boys who are learning to be degenerate, and then you're just like working out and sweating and like getting your hormones all, and then
Looking
and
at
then
each
what do they
other's
do?
wieners in the shower.
Well, that was you, Frank. And then
Looking at them.
it's just like when I see a movie like Remember the Titans, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're all bonding together.
I like Remember the
Love
Titans.
Remember
I mean,
the
you guys
Titans.
can, but it's super cheesy.
Oh, yeah.
And like what Frank was saying earlier, you know exactly how the movie's going to end 5 minutes into the
100%.
movie.
What about Rudy?
You don't know.
Rudy?
You don't know that they're gonna
Another
put
one
Opie in a
that's
wheelchair.
terrible.
Rudy.
When that dude goes out for that play, first off, I'm laughing because it doesn't even matter. Like, there
true.
wasn't even like, if they went full overboard with it, it would have been like, oh, our last remaining player just got injured. We have to send Rudy in. But coach, we're down by 3 points. Get him in there. Get Rudy in there. And then he somehow would see that would be different.
That whole gag.
Well,
with,
in real life, when Sean Austin played for Notre Dame, they carried him off the field as a joke.
Really?
Yeah, like that part actually happened, but it was a joke. It was like,
Oh, that's
hey, let's pretend the short guy's a hero. He did nothing.
hilarious.
I gotta say, I do love Friday Night Lights, though.
That's my
Love
caveat. But the reason why Friday Night Lights is so good is because, first off,
Because Opie gets in a wheelchair.
well, the team doesn't learn anything. And Opie's, remember the Titans?
What are we talking about?
Friday Night
Friday Night
Lights.
Lights.
Oh, I was definitely still thinking. But
Man, I love
also am a
Remember the
big
Titans.
fan of Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights is not a happy ending, first off. Spoiler alert, they lose.
That's the good part about it.
Love it.
But then it's
They
about,
lose and then they just decay into their lives.
well, yeah, it's about like all these parents and the expectations that this whole town puts on a group of like 16 to 17 year olds, and they're all screw ups. They're like, they don't, they're just high school kids, and it seems real. Where when I watch Remember the Titans, I'm like, no, get out of here, man. Like, this is not the way the world works.
What's that football movie with Keanu Reeves?
The Replacements.
The Replacements
That's a good
is
one.
And that's a little bit different though. That's like a comedy poking fun at like what's kind of an
But it's
interesting
still
premise.
inspirational. It's like the underdogs came and did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
and that-
still it ends. They just like, okay, now get out of here.
And by then I would stop watching the movie. You know what I mean? I got to say my one exception, and I don't know why I'm into this movie. It's not even a particularly great movie.
Tell me. I need to know.
Miracle, man. The
Oh,
Disney movie
dude.
about them winning the U.S. Olympics.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different hockey movie.
Oh, is that,
hockey movie? I'm thinking of
Cool Runnings.
It's our boy it's our boy McCready.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's the coach. And that guy, I mean, none of the performances are amazing, but it's just such a cool story. Probably because it's actually real is a big part of it. And then obviously Munich, the most, uplifting sports movie of all time.
You didn't get down for Glory Road, David? As a UTEP alumni, you didn't get down Glory Road?
I've never seen Glory Road.
What about The Blind Side?
The Blind Side's way too much for me. It's way too much for me. And it's a true story.
The hockey movie, I was thinking of Mystery Alaska. That one's inspiring too.
See, I haven't seen that.
Dope.
I don't like Sandra Bullock too. Something about her really bugs me.
She's a babe.
So,
I like
Dude,
her.
not only is she a babe, but she's Miss Congeniality.
Yeah, I
man.
love
see, I'm not crazy about that movie. A little too inspirational. Like this really spans almost to all inspirational
You hate
movies.
being inspired.
I hate it, which is so weird because I'm a teacher and I
can feel
have to
that.
inspire people. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's the crux. But man, if a movie has just got too much of a happy ending, like their dog needs to die, their mom needs to die, one of the kids needs to die, maybe. Like something tragic needs to happen for me to get behind the movie. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I love you, David.
I love it because you got some spirit and you're also a Scrooge at the same time. It's great. It's really good. It's a good balance.
It's difficult. It's difficult to dissect in here what's going on up in this brain.
Well,
Well-
Danny, why don't you do what you've done so many times before and show us your worst bottom?
I'm gonna do my worst with a T. My worst.
What about that vowel? Which vowel is it?
Yeah, is it a U or
U.
a O? Okay,
Worst.
good.
Worst. All right, so absolutely something I hate about every holiday, and I mean you can apply this to every holiday, maybe even my birthday, really.
Whoa.
But
It's when I forget to wish you a happy one.
it's on that. It's in that that vague. Shallow Merry Christmas texts and or Bitmojis from distant relatives and people I hardly know.
Whoa.
Quite a long title, I know. But
No, yeah, there's so much there.
I mean, I understand. It's probably from some like antiquated courtesy like that I grew up with. My mom would make me call almost every relative on whatever holiday. Call them, say Happy Thanksgiving. Call them, say Merry Christmas. Call them, say Happy Easter. And except for my birthday, because I mean, obviously that's some stupid courtesy.
Call them and tell them it's your birthday.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. No.
What was this?
Yeah. And it's like I loathe it, dude. I hated being on the phone enough as a kid.
Yeah.
And then I hated talking to relatives that if they were in the freaking room with me, probably would not talk to them.
Yeah.
And it's worse enough like having them call the phone and be like, "Oh, hey, yeah, Merry Christmas too." Yeah.
So
I'm just like sitting.
So what are you up to?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just Christmas.
Small talk on the phone.
Just wanting to get off of the phone.
That is so.
you know?
Dude, me and you have very similar moms.
Dude, I know.
Who
That's
did
so funny.
very similar things.
I'm
It's
just
like
being
really
really
weird.
thankful right now that my family is all like, it's really big but really close, so I just see those people.
So they're just
You
like
know what
in
I
the
mean?
room.
I just like am
Yeah.
going to go see them at
Same.
some point today.
That's
I don't have to
better.
deal with that.
See, my family hates each other, but they still put up with these like antiquated courtesies where
Yeah.
they like call each other. I think like your mom and my mom would get along like really well.
Yeah, they would.
It'd be
So weird.
awesome.
Yeah.
But
Perhaps they could. No, I won't.
Frank was doing a motion with 2 peace signs.
Yeah. It's very inappropriate.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's just so shallow, and it's like it's just forced. And I mean, if you can't tell my disingenuousness like through what I'm doing, it's like, I mean, I'm sure you can,
Yeah.
but it's like, why do we do it? It's another thing with the Christmas
Yeah.
massacre.
You don't want to be here doing this. I don't want to be here doing this. Why are we doing this?
There's a reason I don't talk to you for 364 days out of the year.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how I felt about the reunion. It's like, if I wanted to keep up with any of these people, I probably would have.
Yeah.
We've got the means to.
Yeah.
Well, you think at least for a reunion, it's like people move away. I think that's at least the point of that. Like, let's all get together in person one day. But you always just end up being like, who is that? Like asking your parent, like, who's that? Oh, well, that's my cousin's husband, daughter, who, that's her husband. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to remember any of this.
My dad is the largest perpetrator of that because he has such
Really?
a huge side of the family, and he's just like, "Do you remember him?" I'm like, "Oh, dude, come on." Like,
And he's
really?
like a little bit drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Mijo, you gotta come say hi to her. Mijo, you gotta come say hi to him." And I'm like, I have like the same prepared thing. Hey, how's it going? Hey, let me shake your hand. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Oh, well, I haven't seen you since last year. It's crazy. Yeah, you got real big.
yeah,
That's a comment you can't make after someone turns like 17.
yeah.
We just keep going with it.
You
Yo,
keep
give it
getting
everyone.
bigger. Yeah,
Wow, you got so big. I'm 57.
yeah, you got so big.
You know, there's something
Keep
to.
it up there, Tiger.
There's always that experience. You're on a holiday, you get a text message, you open it up, you're part of a group text.
Oh my god.
You know one phone number and the other 11. And it's like, how is it every year I go through this? Who are these people? How do they have my number? And then you don't want to text in the chat like, who is everybody? You know what I mean?
And even more so when the one person doesn't have an iPhone and I can't escape the text.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
God.
I hate it. It's the worst.
Oh, and you know, one other thing, and this is why are we even just texting people? It's like the smallest amount for a holiday. If you're really gonna tell someone Merry Christmas,
If you're gonna tell anybody
at least give a
any
phone call.
earnest emotion in any kind of emotional
Yeah.
situation at all that has even the least been important, doing it through text message is not the way.
no, it's not. Yeah, to text someone some kind of life information, something that you need to convey to them, big or small. This could be wishing someone a Merry Christmas or breaking up with somebody. To do it through text message,
Just a low blow.
low blow.
a life lesson I've yet to learn.
Oh, okay. This is some behind the scenes going on right now.
Yeah.
But
Welcome to the holidays. This is your boy, Danny G.
I think we should see other people.
that's a tiny one. We got to. You know what? And I've been doing this, and I know I've been pestering you guys. I'm just going to continue doing it. I'm just going to FaceTime everybody who has an iPhone
You know, I like it though.
for anything. Why not just chat it up? For
It
a
was
second?
dangerous when I was driving that last time.
Yeah, you probably should have answered that one.
I
I'm
will
gonna
say-
answer, you know.
There's only
I'm
a
a
few
good
amount of
friend.
people that FaceTime me that I will answer, and it's in my family
Yeah.
group. And you guys are in my family
Aw.
group. So I'll answer from you guys. Anyone else, please don't FaceTime me. Please don't.
Well, if anyone has your number who's listening to this podcast, it's already like, what?
Wow, he hates when I call him? Yes.
let me look
yes,
it
I
up
do.
really quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Please don't call me.
Can you
I
put
hate it.
Danny's number on? If anyone wants to get in touch, davidandfrankandbeans@gmail.com, and Danny's phone number is.
We'll make Danny's phone number the contact number for the channel.
It's 329-5163.
Be great.
That's Brandon's phone number.
915 area code.
No. Okay, it probably won't be a problem.
Well, he can stop me. Oh, no, he can't.
If it becomes a problem, it'll just be hilarious.
Well, if he has to change his number, he works at the Apple. Oh.
Well, it wouldn't be much money. He just got to take like a little bit of his. Oh,
he probably won't listen to this. All right, well let's change gear. Let's get into our tops.
Top time?
Frank, what's your T3?
My third favorite wholesome thing?
Yeah.
I thought long and hard about this, and I had to look deep into my heart because it's mostly like cold on the outside.
Yeah.
So I had to get to like the warm, squishy parts on the innards, if you will.
Dude, same.
The pit.
I've been in your innards.
Nice.
Ew.
All up in them.
Ugh.
Pictures of puppies.
Wow.
God, man, that'll just warm my heart right away.
love
I just love puppies so much. Just like a cheesy picture of a puppy get me immediately.
On Reddit,
Or cute little pictures of puppies. Pictures of puppies doing
Yeah.
dumb things.
Oh yeah.
videos of puppies doing dumb things,
Oh my God, like a basket of puppies.
or puppies like carrying their leash to the owner.
A real little
Ooh.
puppy playing its snow that's like deeper than the length of its body.
That's a good one.
God.
I love puppies.
You know, puppy videos don't do it for me, but kitten videos. I mean, same
Same thing.
same things, different pie. You know what I mean? Same slice.
And even
different
kittens
pie.
will get me. I mean, animals are cute.
Kittens are cute. Cats are cute.
Come on, baby pandas.
Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
geez.
What are you gonna do with a baby panda video? Jeez.
I also love baby dangerous animals. You know what I mean?
Like a little
tiger,
like a little
or
lion
oh
cub.
my
yeah.
god, they're so cute.
Little bear cubs.
It's like, oh, you can't kill me yet.
Yeah,
How adorable.
and you know that is wholesome because I mean, look at our reactions. We were all just like, oh,
Yeah.
Aw.
Aw. Yeah, love them.
That's a good one, man.
how wholesome.
Yeah, it just warms my heart. Pictures of puppies.
I agree.
My
When I'm on
bottom-
Reddit and
my
I'm looking
bottom
up
top.
like, you know, on my feed where it's just like, okay, here's some terrible stuff going on in the world. Here's some beautiful woman with giant boobs and latex for cosplay. And here's a puppy. And I'm just like, ah, here I am.
Yeah, it's all good with me as long as you don't put that picture in a sepia tone and slap an inspirational quote over it and a loopy little cursive text.
As long as you don't have Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Then you can get out of my face.
Please don't.
You ruined a perfectly good picture of puppies.
It's a really hard thing
Fair.
to do. Ruin a picture of a puppy.
But they do it. They manage
find
to
a way.
figure it out.
They'll be
Facebook
out there
finds
trying it. David, what is your third favorite wholesome thing?
Okay, I just got to preface my wholesome's tops by saying
Killing small animals,
everything
knowing
that I
where
said.
the bodies are.
Well, that's not wholesome, Frank.
It warms your heart.
Maybe just like favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. That would be a good episode title.
We can still title it a few of our favorite things.
We've already introed it though. It's too late. No, I mean we still could. It's very possible.
Let's just start over.
Yeah, to take two. I gotta preface my T3 list by saying everything I said about inspirational things being too inspirational. Somehow there's a few things that are just exceptions. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what this list is.
Lay it on
I
us.
before E except after C and in special cases.
Oh, and also special circumstance. All of these things have a certain nostalgic like attachment to it, and I wonder if I experienced it today, if I would still be interested. But anyway, my number 3 is the TV series running from 1971 to 1981. It's the family drama about a Virginia mountain family going through the financial depression and World War II. It's the Waltons. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Doom, doom.
The smile on this guy's face right now.
And then the trumpet comes in. Anyways, yeah, have you guys ever seen the Waltons?
No,
have
I
not
never
seen the
have.
Waltons.
I've seen
See,
clips and it looks
I
like
was
it's
thinking you were
not
talking
for
about
me.
Little House on the Prairie.
It's because you guys are almost 30 and no one our age has seen this show.
I mean, I've seen a lot of old shows on TV Land. It's just one that never interested me.
Frank's
at all.
almost
Fair.
30.
Fair. Yeah, Frank's the closest. He'll be 31st.
We're all almost 30.
Yeah, but you're almost
very
the
close.
most. If this was a T3
Your birthday's
almost,
in a couple of
if this
days.
was a
I'm the top
T3
one.
almost 30, you'd be number 1.
True. Those are the rules.
That's how math works.
That's how math works. Okay, so the Waltons is about a family, and
What's their name?
The Waltons, and it was actually
Whoa, dude, that's the title of the show.
it was a thing where it was like a TV movie first,
Okay,
and it was a Christmas special.
like Roots.
No, Roots is a miniseries, not a movie.
Oh,
Yeah. Danny loved that.
Broke me.
And in the
That's
movie-
wholesome too.
In the movie, the dad, John Walton Sr., goes out and basically, like, because of snow and weather, can't get home on Christmas.
Can you have people
And they
call
have to
you
found the
senior
dad.
if you have no junior? Can you just like request that?
I don't think so, actually. It
That's lame.
has to be like unless you're a senior citizen. But you gotta wait a long time. But then the movie was such a success that they made a TV series out of it. And notable cast, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of people that you'd recognize. Although you do have to shout out Richard Thomas, who is the original
Batman?
I forget his name. In the TV series It.
Pennywise?
No, that's
that guy.
yeah,
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. No, what Bill?
Oh,
The
that
older
was it?
brother. That's Richard Thomas with the ponytail in the
Oh,
original
the
90s
worst.
one.
Oh, I hated him.
He's in the Waltons, and also there's a preacher in the Waltons who shows up in a town like in the second season or something, and it's John Ritter.
Oh,
And it's one of his first roles.
he's also in it.
He's a
I
baby.
love
Yeah,
me
and he's
some
also
John
in
Ritter.
it. So they worked on a project before. But basically, like, it's a 40s period piece. They have like a Model T truck and everything. And the dad works on this. They work on the mountain. They like cut down lumber and stuff. And it's just a family who gets into shenanigans. It's kind of like Brady Bunch, but they're all like the same people's kids.
But way less groovy.
And in the 40s. Yeah, way less groovy. And then, there's some classic episodes like little Erin Walton stealing something from the general store and she gets caught. Oh no.
What
Which is
a
also
little
an
rascal.
episode of Brady Bunch. I'm pretty sure there's an episode where the youngest one steals
I gotta say,
something.
when you were singing the theme song, I was imagining the Beverly Hillbillies like montage. Of the
I could see
beginning.
that. Well, Beverly Hillbillies is pretty campy,
Yeah.
whereas the Waltons is played totally straight. It's just like, it's the 1940s and we might not have food next month. You know what I mean? But they always have food.
I feel like I prefer the campy. Like, I know I love the Beverly Hillbillies.
And some things I love about the show, they do one of those things where like they have a grandpa character, like, because it's the 40s, like the grandparents live with the family.
Is he anything like Arnold's grandpa from Hey Arnold?
Actually, a little bit. He's like wacky. He's kind of a crazy one.
Does he say short man?
He might actually. It's been a bit.
short man.
But the grandpa dies in real life
Oh.
while they were filming the show, and
They
they
get
just
like eaten by a bear or something?
they just wrote that thing in. That
Nice.
The grandpa
That's how
died,
you do it.
and they just dealt with
use
it.
his tragedy to progress the story.
Which is crazy because the same thing happened to John Ritter, like
I love
years
John Ritter.
later.
I miss John Ritter.
Yeah, he's so
man.
good.
Same.
Bad Santa. Just
And then I also like that in the show, like, because it starts off, it goes on 10 years. Like in the 7th year or something. I don't remember when it is, but one of the younger sons signs up for World War II. And there's a whole plot line about him, like, going to basic training and, like, having to deal with leaving his family and everything. It's really interesting. If you're into, like, history at all, it is kind of cool in that aspect. But every episode is so wholesome. Every episode ends with a wide shot of the house with all the lights on, and then one by one they're all saying goodnight to each other. When they say goodnight, they turn off their lights.
oh, that's
night,
the
John
one.
Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, good night, John Boy. Good night,
The
Mary
Family Guy
Ellen.
skit.
Good night, Jim Bob. Yeah, that's
Jesus, what does it take for a guy to?
yeah. That's the Waltons because there's like 8 of them. So it's always less scene. There's always like a little piano arpeggio being played. Dee 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 dee. Okay, Danny, what do you got for us?
Come on, knock on our door. Come on, knock
God,
on
I
our door.
love
We've been waiting for you.
Wait, is
Waiting
this
for you.
wholesome?
Where the kisses are hers and his, three's company too.
What's not wholesome about a story of 2 young girls and a man pretending to be homosexual so he can live with these 2 young girls while wacky things ensue and they try to pull a sheet over their old and crazy landlords?
I feel like there was something risque about it when it came out, but I guess now it's wholesome because it is so wholesome.
It's wholesome because they thought they were being risque.
Yeah,
It's wholesome because all 3 of them are whole.
that's true. I don't
No,
remember
that's
the
a
show all the way. though.
Threesome. That's
Do
what-
they ever date? Does John Ritter ever date one of them? I don't remember.
No, he makes passes at them for sure.
Yeah, see, that's
but
the-
you can't bang because they're roommates, and that would make it very awkward.
And that's where everyone learned the rule.
Did they? Did I?
Well,
Not
damn.
everybody.
Did I?
Not
And there's also that
everybody.
episode where John Ritter breaks up with his girlfriend and does it in person. And that's where everyone learned that rule too.
That's a wholesome rule.
Well, to be fair, he didn't have the option to text message, so he might have gone with
could
it.
have sent snail mail.
you could have written a letter.
Oh, that might be a good move today.
Probably been more wholesome. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Like seal it with some ink
Some
or
wax.
some wax so it looks all fancy.
P.S. Come get your stuff.
Whoa. All right, so tell us about Three's Company, Danny.
Well, it's not Three's Company, but
Oh, it's not?
No.
Sorry. I totally sidelined this thing.
we talked about John Ritter, and I love Three's Company a lot.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a great show. Watched it on Nick at Night.
What a great career, man.
John Ritter's rad.
Yeah.
Funny dude. All right. So my bottom 3 top thing is fireplaces and fireside hangs.
Oh.
And
That breaks my heart a little bit.
why is that?
I love fireside hangs.
No, it's good.
It's one of his tops.
It's not
We
my
used to
top.
hang out at the fire pit all the time. Oh, no, yeah, true.
It's my tops.
So I was so ready to argue with you.
I saw your arguing face going on. Holidays are not like I genuinely enjoy being around a fire. Like sans like eyes burning from smoke if it's not a properly built fire or if it's bad wood or whatever you got to make work. Or I like the smell on my clothes afterwards, but it can be like a little bit much. But I mean, like if it's paired with like the right tunes and the right people, I feel like the fire just brings out like such like a primal bonding thing about being with whoever you're with. And I have like fond memories about being around a fire or a fireplace with people I'm talking with. Like there has been moments with my family where like the power went out or something like that, and we just had the fireplace, and it was like really nice. You get to talk about things. You get to just sit there, and even it's
Just
like
hear that fire crackle.
yeah, it's silence. You know, it's
Yeah.
golden silence, and even like
Only second to golden showers.
only second to yeah, exactly.
What?
And
That was weak.
Just want to make a joke about people peeing on people, David.
It's a weak joke.
our president. I also during the holidays I really get into it, and I like putting on the Netflix Fire. I
don't know
honestly
if I'd
do.
go that far.
I really do. Sometimes
be
when I'm like
bottom
studying or if I'm like listening to something, I mean, like if I'm reading something, I'll put on because I don't have a fireplace. I do, but it's gas and it's not the same.
Oh.
And I don't know. I just love crackling wood, the sound. I love being outside or with my friends around the fire.
I love fire.
Yeah.
When we were talking about all the Christmas stuff, one of like the only parts I really enjoyed about Christmas was setting up like the luminaries in the front of the house, because I'd always accidentally light a whole bunch of them on fire just to watch
Accidentally.
them burn, man.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was going to say. The only part
Paper bags
that
go
could
up
maybe not be wholesome about a fire is the implication that you're going to be playing with the fire.
Yeah.
In a fireplace, not as much.
Fire pit.
But if you're in a fire
there's gonna be
pit,
several points in that night where like I'm either gonna throw some gasoline or
Yeah.
some lighter fluid.
Someone's
into that
peeing in
thing.
Or-
the fire.
or a lighter.
or someone dumb's going to try and jump over it. You know
God,
what I
that
mean?
used to be my go-to move when we had fire pits all the time. We were hanging out, just toss a lighter in there and not tell anybody, and then just watch everybody panic when it explodes.
That's good.
I
Yeah,
love
it's a fun
fires.
joke.
They're really great.
No, I
mean,
agree with you, man.
It's
There's also something really nice about like you're the
S'mores.
last one up. The fire is just going out, you know what I mean? And you're like the last person before you go to bed. The whole house is all dark, and you just see like that crackling red
that ember.
rock. Yeah.
Or in a camp situation, like right when you're down at the embers, you just take a nice big old pee on it, feel like
Yeah.
a master of the universe.
Yeah.
Just dump the water on it, and it's like that really soothing feeling.
Yeah.
It's
That is
fire
nice.
is one of my favorite parts of being alive. Fire is great. I
It
think it's
is. And we probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for harnessing fire.
True.
Shout out.
Shout out
Shout out to
my
fire.
great grandmother or father.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Agreed.
What
Yeah,
about
that
you?
made me feel all warm and wholesome inside
Yeah.
just thinking about
It's-
the fires.
How wholesome of an
I love
episode.
fires, man.
Give us another wholesome thing, Frank.
Well, it made me feel almost as wholesome as my next wholesome thing on my list. My second favorite top thing. Videos of puppies. Gotta love videos
This is
of
really your
puppies.
second
Are you really
one?
going for two?
Yeah, my God, dude.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you know, videos are way better than photos.
Videos
Oh, yeah.
are way better than photos of
Oh,
puppies
yeah.
because then you can see, oh my God, a puppy running in slow motion with that stupid puppy run. Well, I don't know how to use my legs yet. I'm a stupid puppy. God damn.
So many-
a puppy tripping in slow motion.
So many golden moments of owning a dog have now been made possible to the public through like the internet.
True.
You know what I mean? Just like wacky things that certain dogs do.
And honestly, like puppy's the best part of dog. You know what I mean? Love them the whole rest of their lives. You know what I mean? But that puppy point. the most frustrating and best part of owning a dog.
Puppy videos don't do it for me, but kitten videos.
I bet they do. I bet they do, you weird cat person.
I love seeing well-trained dogs like doing cool stuff on on, like,
100%.
videos. I'm just like, it's amazing. This dog like takes out the trash, and this dog like files your taxes for you.
This one grabs a beer.
Damn, I could use a dog that files taxes. That'd be really cool.
I'm excited for when we make our way back around the circle and Frank's like, owning a dog.
I agree. I
mean,
love-
obviously, the puppies in real life would be like the next logical step. They're way better than the videos.
Yeah, you couldn't get any better than that.
I love dogs, man. Dogs. I love pets. Pets are magical, and if you are the right owner for them, it is going to enrich your life beyond imagination.
All dogs want to do is love. They just want to love and get some cuds.
That's true.
My goodness.
You know, and I know I've said this on the podcast before. I could live without animals easily. Like I have pets now, and they're
What a
cool.
sad time.
But I'd be down just to have no pets.
Man.
I don't know what happened. I always had
That
pets when I was a
sounds sad to
kid.
I love pets,
But it's just like, it's a lot.
I've lived without a pet for a minute, and I lived without Andy for a bit.
Yeah.
And it's just quiet. It's just not the same.
See, that sounds nice.
I don't know. I love having like a little dog or a cat come up and just
Yeah.
like sleep with me when I sleep and stuff, and it's like,
Good little
Or when you
kids.
get home at the end of a long day and something's just stoked to see you.
yeah, I waited for you all day.
That's true. That is a nice feeling.
And knowing if you're going out and you can take your dog with you somewhere, it's like, you know what, they're gonna love this a lot more than I'm gonna love
Yeah,
this.
that's a big day for them.
Yeah.
A ride in a car?
In the car? Ooh.
Oh my God, I'm going to break something in here. I'm so excited.
I'm gonna ruin your upholstery. Yes. First day I get my new car. Andy's nails dig into my upholstery in the center
Ooh.
console. And I'm like, I can't fix that.
Yeah. That's rough.
I love you, Andy, you jerk.
Yep. As soon as you take it off the lot, it depreciates in value.
Especially when you put your dog in there.
Yep.
Well, what else can I say about puppy videos? One of my favorite things ever. If I like most puppy videos on Instagram, I'm going to watch that thing 2 or 3 times before I move on. It's right up there in my favorites with like kids getting hurt.
Oh my God. I love the rescued dog videos.
Oh, yeah. If they're pulling puppies out of a pipe or something, and then you get to see that dog better,
Yeah.
just having a good time.
Yeah, too wholesome for
Just
me.
fantastic.
Boy. As long as you don't have Arms of an Angel playing in the background, I am down.
What a banger.
I feel like there's never a happy ending in those old like Sarah McLachlan commercials. It was
No, those
just
dogs are
always
dead.
sad dogs.
Yeah.
It never showed them happy. Like it was just always like, I'm in a cage.
Because
Yeah.
nobody calls that number, man.
That's how you guilt him.
Oh, look, they got an owner. It's cool. It'll work out for them.
All right, my number 2 is another TV show. And it's Boy Meets World. I mean, I've talked about Boy Meets World so many times on this
super
channel.
wholesome.
It's the most wholesome. Well, I mean, other than my number 1, obviously, but on paper, there's no reason why I should enjoy it. It's like a Disney Channel show. Well, those are ABC originally, but they're owned by Disney.
Yeah.
It's like a coming of age story. Everyone's super happy. There's happy endings all around. Maybe what I liked about Boy Meets World was that some of it was kind of bleak, like Sean's dad dies, and that's like a whole episode.
Mostly
and that's really
Sean
rough.
stuff.
Yeah, everything bad happens to Sean. But then there's also some like really bizarre episodes. Like there's the one where Corey breaks up with Topanga and then starts drinking and is like getting drunk all the time. There's the one where Sean joins a cult.
Nice.
There's some crazy Boy Meets World episodes. Like the Halloween specials are cool too. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I don't know if today I'd watch Boy Meets World for the first time and be like, I'm down. I don't know.
But maybe.
That'd be hard. But maybe. I saw 2 guys, a girl in a pizza place for the first time a few years ago. And
Very
that's
similar
delightful.
air, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very
I've
similar
still
vibe in
yet
those
to
two
watch
shows.
Boy Meets World.
What?
Oh,
I've
dude,
never watched
that'll be
this
a
in
really
while.
good litmus test. Because
I
honestly,
know.
it's fantastic. Even the later, like
great.
college years, whoa, boy.
The hardest season to watch now is the first one when they're like in elementary school or middle school or something.
They're stupid
And
little babies.
If you have no idea what Boy Meets World is, it goes on for like 9 seasons. So it's like they start in 6th grade, I think, and then it finishes with them graduating college. It's pretty
and Mingus
crazy.
is there the whole time.
Yeah, just off
Is that
camera.
Mr.
right?
Mingus?
No, it's Minkus.
Minkus.
Yeah.
He is a dingus.
Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure that's a joke in the episode too.
Yeah.
Who's in Boy Meets World? Well, there's Mr. Feeney, obviously.
That's who I'm thinking of.
The teacher who knows all. There's Topanga, who is like
Fine.
every young boy's crush from
I'm
the 90s.
pretty sure you just said Topanga.
Topanga. Maybe it was a Freudian slip.
It probably was.
My head was just backwards a little bit. Topanga, Sean and Corey, the best friends, basically like the element that Scrubs stole from Boy Meets World. You know what I mean?
Love Scrubs.
Just like a heavy bromance.
Eric Matthews.
Eric
AKA
Matthews.
runs with squirrels.
Corey's brother, who just gets like dumber and dumber as the show goes along. He starts off as like the cool guy, and then he becomes like
An idiot.
a total like can't even make sense. I always thought it was pretty cool too that the dad in Boy Meets World is also the dad in American History X. Like when they're having those flashbacks.
Oh yeah.
And his dad's the one who like instills racism into him that one time. I just thought that was always like such a weird crossover. And then there's those two bullies in Boy Meets World. The bigger guy is also in American History X. He's like Edward Norton's friend. So there's like this weird crossover between those two. And American History X couldn't be less wholesome than it is. Like there's no way it could get worse.
Curb stomping in Boy Meets World.
Yeah, maybe.
I like it.
I mean, but people do learn their lessons and change their lives for the better by the end of it.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Girl Meets World and how terrible it is.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I forgot we watched that.
Yeah, right?
I kind of wish we hadn't brought it up right now. I forgot
well.
it was a thing. We were so excited for it.
That's a throwback to WeDAP episode 1.
Whoa.
T3B3 spinoffs.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
We should just quit now.
We've been doing a lot
Maybe.
of T3B3.
Yeah, forever.
Love T3.
Forever and ever, 100 years.
It's just a form that works, you know?
Yeah, people like lists. Speaking of lists, what's next on yours, Danny?
We've talked about it a little bit already.
Oh, gosh. The Waltons? Did you pick the Waltons, too?
A show I've never seen.
You know,
No.
just hearing you talk about it is really, it might be one of my favorite things.
I just edited my list. All right, my number 2 tops. Old-timey Christmas songs. I flippin' love old-timey
man.
Christmas songs. And let me just talk about them, okay?
All right, I guess we have to.
Certain ones, okay?
Give them to us.
Certain ones, like some of my top 3.
Let's see. I'm so excited. This is a T3 and a T3.
Wow.
Yes.
Frank's
Topception.
B3.
That's meta. That's meta.
First off, a classic, The Christmas Song, a.k.a. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Written in 1945 by another amazing jazz writer, Mel Torme, who also made things like Beyond the Sea or La Mer, the original. Made famous in 1961 by the Nat King Cole version. This song is just incredible. It's slow. It's not uber campy to me. I think it's great. It's just super fun to play. It's got amazing chord progression. It's warm. It's a great song. Second, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Ooh, that's a good
No,
one.
thank you.
Written in 1944 by Hugh Martin and Ralph Blaine. Originally introduced by Judy Garland. Made famous in 1957 by Sinatra.
Yeah.
That song messed up the world so bad that we dropped a bomb on Japan.
Yes, that's one.
I don't think it was that song. I think it was that song. We dropped a bomb on.
That
Baby.
definitely didn't come out before 45.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Can we Google that?
I've never been more sure about something.
Now, the third one being, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas.
Da-ba-da-dum.
For me, it's the melody in this song. The song's a great melody that carries on really well. It's got a great chord progression. Got a cool B part, got a cool C part. Really awesome. Good ending. Tag at the ending. Written by Meredith Willson in 1951. Made famous by the notorious butthole Bing Crosby in 1951.
I was like, the artist's name was the Notorious Butthole? That's
Notorious
racy for that
B.U.T.
time.
Notorious blackface Bing Crosby.
Yeah, I was gonna say of White Christmas fame, or if you don't know this, everyone, Holiday Inn, where that song is from, just has a straight up blackface scene that was not even cool for the time.
It's not by any sorts light, blackface.
No,
It
it's
is
intense.
just like littered with blackface.
If there's any kind of like SJW banning that needs to happen, it needs to be of the movie Holiday Inn.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't been yet.
Hashtag White's Christmas.
So I'm gonna say I probably blame this on like some of my favorite classic Christmas movies, like A Christmas Story and Home Alone. Home Alone has a banger soundtrack first off, but it's just like I love these old Christmas songs before people started doing covers and covers and covers of it. I mean, these are covers, but these are really good, famous old covers. I don't know what it is. It just instills this comfort in me, even though like I used to work retail like Frank and I used to hear it 24/7. I used to get tired of it. But now that I can enjoy Christmas and take time off and stuff, it's like I kind of have a different outlook on Christmas.
You're not surrounded by it at all times.
No.
Hearing the same song
And
every
I love
day.
it. I love getting the chance to like just indulge in being part of Christmas. But these songs really do a lot for me. The exceptions of these are old songs, but not as old.
Yeah.
Would be like Jingle Bell Rock. Love Jingle Bell Rock. Also a banger. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Banger.
Good one.
All I Want for Christmas Is You. Still a banger.
Dang. And you know what? That's kind of a
Only
weird
like
song.
the meme where the Spider-Man slap each other's butts.
How many like new Christmas songs are there?
That's one of the only new
That's
ones.
the newest one.
What about Michael Bublé? Does
No,
do a
he does
Christmas
covers.
song?
It's all covers, man.
Idiot.
He lives off of Sinatra's fame.
Now we have Last Christmas by George Michael.
I wish that's the next one.
Yeah, man.
That's the next
That
one.
is a good
Banger.
song.
Well, I
I'll
mean,
give
you
that.
think of the original Christmas songs that have come out past this golden period. You've got like the Beach Boys, right? It's the Little Saint Nick, ooh, little
And
Saint
that's old
Nick.
now,
That's
yeah.
old. You've got So This Is Christmas.
John Lennon, yeah.
Yeah, and then what else do you have?
There's an Eagles one. Bells will be ringing
Really? Didn't know that.
this Christmas night. Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, and it even proves my point. Like, there's not much that,
No, there
that
isn't.
stick around with the time.
Didn't the Used
No.
do some song about Christmas?
Who?
The
The
Used?
Used?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like I remember there being a Used Christmas song. I'm
Probably
Google
will.
that really quick.
There's the Bare Naked Ladies Hanukkah album.
Well, there is 8 Crazy Nights.
I was just gonna say.
I haven't seen that movie.
Dude, that movie's great, man.
Yeah.
That is one of the few Adam Sandler movies past like his classics that's like really good. Because the music is there's a lot of good original music in it. That's pretty sweet.
Alone This Holiday by the Used.
Interesting.
Yeah, Taylor Swift did a cover.
Yuck.
No, I'm just joking. She did do a cover of Last Christmas, though.
Oh, I mean, Last Christmas is a banger, dude.
Yeah, dude, that
It's
song's great.
incredible.
That song's fantastic. Wow, there's so much Christmas on this list.
Well, there is. I mean,
It's because the holidays approaching
wholesome.
fast.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's so much wholesomeness to it.
Just like dreading it.
I like it.
Yeah,
Well-
that last little section felt like I stayed up too long, like during December, and then I had to watch the infomercial for the Christmas song like CD, and they list
Yeah.
all the songs, play little clips of them.
No.
Now,
what
don't
a
get me wrong.
nightmare.
There's like 80% of Christmas songs I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And, part of what I do for my career is like, playing these songs. And they're awful. But some of these that just stick through, that just have that classic feel, are just fantastic.
Can't beat them.
Yeah. There's a reason why they're around still. So that's me.
That is you.
Well, let's do the tops. Here they are in the number
Get to
one.
these tops. Before I get to my number one, while we're talking about Christmas, I just want to give an honorable mention to something very heartwarming and Christmassy that actually hits me right in the heart. Love it to death. And that's Jingle All the Way, baby.
Yo, I love Jingle All the Way.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's turbo time.
Yeah.
Nobody wants Booster.
I do love
Stupid
it.
Booster.
I do love it.
I know we all love it.
Dude.
This is why I just wanted to mention it really quick. Quick shout out. Jingle All the Way.
That wasn't your top?
No, that's not my top.
okay.
I just thought of it right now. I
It's
was like,
pretty
damn,
great.
why didn't I talk about Jingle All the Way at all?
One of those 90s movies that really stands out. Like, it's about consumerism. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's about the tainting of the Christmas
Of
spirit.
course, it's something that doesn't make any sense anymore, though.
no.
No.
Oh, the toy craze?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
toy
Order that
craze,
thing
I don't know.
going
What-
to a store and buying
I wonder
something.
if that's different because we're not parents. You know what I mean? I wonder if there is like a
Well,
toy craze.
I'm sure there's still like the hot items that still
Yeah,
get
but it's like
a Nintendo
AirPods.
3DS.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just gotta like order them from Apple.
Even like the game console thing
Yeah.
kind of calmed down because kids can just play games on their iPads.
And now, if they want that awesome game that's sold out, you just buy it digitally.
yeah, or just
For reals, they never run out in the digital
Yeah.
copies.
It's other than the Switch, I really can't think of like an instance other than Nintendo products in which this happens anymore.
And that's on Nintendo too. That's not even like anything else.
They
It's
do
just
it on purpose.
Nintendo just doesn't make enough. They always like underestimate it. Anyway,
Plus, you just gotta love a movie where they cast a huge Austrian man to play an everyman in Middle America.
I think his name is John.
Yeah,
I think
do
it's
his name-
Tom.
Is it Tom? No, I think the neighbor's Tom. Tom Arnold is Tom, isn't he?
That's not Tom Arnold.
Or is it Bruce? No, it's
That's the guy who
Phil
died.
Hartman.
Phil
It's
Hartman.
Phil Hartman.
poor Phil Hartman.
Yeah. I love that man.
Okay,
Yeah.
hang on. I got it here.
Loved.
Howard Langston.
Howard Langston is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Howard Langston. And Phil Hartman
Put the cookie down!
is Ted Malton.
That's it. And Sinbad. Can't
Myron.
forget Sinbad.
Yeah.
Gosh, that movie's amazing.
Amazing.
Man.
Man, that man put the star on another man's Christmas tree.
Yeah.
My god.
And he ate
Yeah.
his cookies.
His wife's cookies
Yeah, he did.
while she was taking a bath.
Haha. All right. On to
Nice
my
Will
actual
Smith.
top one.
Okay. Wow. Woo.
Is Will Smith in a Christmas movie?
Yeah, he's in I Am Legend.
Ah, that's a good one.
All right, so the thing that warms my heart the most, that I love the most, is the really like. Well, that's good. I'll remember where that is. It'll be right towards the end. It'll be an easy one.
There's
At least you
another
whispered.
one. There's another one earlier too.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
It was an S.
Damn, Danny.
Go out on a bang.
So this has only happened to me in a few occasions in my lifetime. It's a really rare occurrence, and that's part of what makes it so special. But the thing I love the most in life is like an actual physical pile of puppies.
You gotta be kidding me.
Not even a little bit.
Okay, I'm just gonna move on to my top.
I mean, what can we say about dog?
You know what? Piles of puppies don't really do it for me, but piles of kittens.
Is that really?
Yes, of course
It is.
it is.
I wanted to make
Of course it
sure
is.
that
When-
our last like
called it. You
solid
knew
run
Yeah, I
with you-
know.
Yeah, it was really hard for me not to burst out laughing earlier.
When you don't do your homework, but you got to turn it in 10 minutes.
Oh no, this was the plan. Yeah, it's like, oh, you know what I should do? And I really was gonna like, I had planned an "oh, that's interesting" for today, and it was gonna be the Covina massacre, but I was gonna tell it as like the backstory from the dude who did it, and eventually get there. You know what I mean? I was gonna talk about him working in a jet propulsion lab. I was gonna talk about him being an electrician, and I was gonna be like, and one Christmas morning
For those listening,
in
these are
Covina,
some
California.
hard WeDAP cuts happening right
Yeah.
now.
It was
Yeah,
a special episode for
we're
me. I
hitting
wanted
all
to
the
make it
hits.
special. I
2
wanted to make sure
episodes.
for our last episode together on like it not being super difficult to get you on.
Yeah,
I love it.
That I was just the most frank that I could be, you know?
you did it. And to be frank, it was great.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay, so my number one is all things Nintendo.
Yeah, so wholesome.
Those people know how to have some
Yeah.
fun, damn it.
Yeah.
some good clean.
Gosh
fun.
darn it, they know how to have fun.
It was probably around like, it's like middle school, it's cool still. When you get into high school, especially like because when we were in high school, like Xbox had just come out.
Get gritty.
PlayStation was getting bigger. Like PS2 was about to hit like the biggest console run ever, whatever, until the Wii. But there was like this mentality of like, oh, well, Mario's for just little babies, or well, Legend of Zelda, there's not even any blood in it. Blah, blah,
There's no
blah, blah,
shooting.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Nintendo is just trying to make something fun
That everyone can enjoy.
that everyone can enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
They're just shooting, they're casting a wide net. And I mean, there's so many classics like Super Smash Brothers, man. The most wholesome thing ever.
And it's still a
And
game
it's
about
so evil.
I don't know
like,
if it's
beating the crap
wholesome.
out of your friend.
Every time I've ever played Smash Bros with you guys,
Well,
the word wholesome doesn't even
I
come
mean,
close.
us. Like, for us, it's not a wholesome thing.
No.
And for
It's
probably
intense.
a
Danny and
bunch of
George
groups
were
of
about to get in a
friends.
fist fight that one
They
time.
were. That was amazing.
And neither of them remember it.
Neither
They
of
were
them remember
blind
it.
with
I don't
rage.
remember.
They
that
were
at all.
so angry.
Was
like,
it Sichi, right?
yeah.
Okay.
You guys were both getting so, like, aggressive.
You
like,
both
with your
like
body
put your
language.
controllers down and stood up at one point.
Yeah.
It was
I
awesome.
do not remember this
amazing.
Me and
at
David
all.
were looking at each other like, oh my god, dude.
Oh, someone get your phone out.
Yeah.
But the content of the game is wholesome.
Yeah,
you know
there's
what I
no
mean?
Blood. You're knocking people off the stage.
Yeah. Mario Kart. But I mean, like any new Mario, I'm still down to play. Like I'm gonna buy Luigi's Mansion 3. It's inevitable. I gotta be Guigi. I gotta see what's going on.
I mean, the thing is that it's always fun.
Yeah,
they always are fun.
They're all good.
Yeah,
and like who has a better first party track record? Like no one does. Because really all it is Sony and Microsoft that you could really compare them to. Microsoft's first party track record is real bad. Like there's Halo, which has gone all over the place, up
really
and down.
Just sucked the whole time.
Yeah, Frank hates it, but most of us would agree.
Halo's great.
That Halo starts off awesome, but like it
really goes off.
Yeah,
Gears of War.
Gears of War, same thing. What was going on?
Gears starts strong, and then I heard this new one's
Gears
good.
1 is dope.
And then PlayStation, they have their periods. You know what I mean?
Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot is awesome until they sold it eventually, and then it turned
Spyro
terrible.
the Dragon.
Yeah,
also awesome.
Spyro the Dragon's dope.
Went away.
And then again, same thing happened. So you have all these weird and I mean, in PlayStation, you get like obviously like Last of Us is great, but that's one game, and like 2 is barely coming out. Yeah. Whereas like Legend of Zelda, it's like here's 20 of them, and they're all fire.
And the latest is the greatest thing ever made.
It's like Breath of the Wild is just like
it's probably one of the best
incredible.
Games ever made.
Yeah, it's just totally incredible. And I keep trying to get everyone to just buy it, you know what I mean? But like Splatoon is such a good squad shooter. It's amazing how like fast paced and technical it is. And it's
is
like
ARMS first party?
ARMS is first party.
ARMS is dope.
Yeah, like the Switch has just knocked him out. And then of course you get little indie gems too. Like you get stuff like Golf Story, Untitled Goose Game.
Wholesome. Untitled Goose Game is so wholesome.
Yeah,
it's just so fun walking around being a goose.
Yeah, it's great. So, you know, all the naysayers, you guys are missing out. You're missing out.
I agree that Nintendo is definitely like the Jerry Seinfeld of the video game systems.
Just like wear white tennis shoes.
Yeah, they do. They always deliver the funny, and it's never dirty.
Dang, that makes Microsoft like the Dane Cook.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I feel
like,
that
cool for a bit, but they tried way too hard to be edgy.
Yeah, they were good for college kids.
And I don't even know what Sony would be. Like inconsistent,
Sony's
but
good, but it's.
And I say this is someone who's owned like. Well, no, I jumped on Sony like on the PS3. I've only been around for like 2 consoles.
Dude, PS2 is amazing. I mean,
yeah, I went back.
I had a lot of fun on the original PlayStation.
I went back retroactively.
Parappa the Rapper.
Whoa. Croc, Legend of the Gobos.
That one's cool. My brother had a PS1.
Bubsy 3D.
But I had like a 64.
Gex.
So my most experience was Nintendo.
Rayman. Oh, I love Rayman.
Yeah.
Oh, Tomba. My goodness. If anybody has a copy of Tomba, email it us at davidandfrankandbeans@gmail.com and I will make you an offer.
That's an expensive game.
I lost my copy, man.
Oh, dude, that game's like $120.
Tomb Raider is pretty cool, too.
Tomba 2 is like expensive. That's rough.
I mean, that's great. I mean, that is wholesome as hell.
Yeah, this is wholesome. Wholesome as hell. All right, Danny, sock it to us.
My top, and I guess this is a very subjective personal experience, as all of mine have been. Board games at Christmas / Thanksgiving.
As long as it's not Monopoly, then there will be a fight.
Or Cards Against Humanity.
Well, yeah, we do that. We have a different definition of wholesome here in my family household.
Yes.
But, I mean, I don't limit it to board games.
Okay.
Let's say any kind of game, really. But just family-gathered games.
Like the most dangerous game?
Yeah, we do that too. We're not rich enough, though, so it's all like, you know.
Hobos?
Yeah, hobos.
Oh, God.
And 12-gauge birdshot, you know. Just cheap stuff.
Just pepper them real good.
Yeah. They still live.
Wow. You guys are getting twisted on this one.
So, you know, like I like to pair this with like holiday drinks with my family after dinner, like White Russians and, you know.
Black Russians.
Spiked eggnog. Exactly. But, you know, this includes, sometimes we'll do Christmas karaoke or like charades. And, you know, the game Heads Up where you guess who's on your head and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, forget I know that game.
Yeah. I love the feeling of like playing a game with your family. I think it's really great. It kind of like loosens the tension for me because obviously there's a lot of things we need to yell and scream at each other about. But it's good to it's good to like get past that and just play a game where I can take out my like my repressed hate on my family.
So what are some normal games at the Bonilla Garcia household?
Cards Against Humanity.
Okay, nice.
Heads Up. I mean, board game wise, honestly, we really don't play much. I mean, Seen It, we do Seen It.
Oh, okay.
Gestures is pretty sweet.
Gestures is nice.
We don't venture too hard into board game territory though. It's more so
Get the family to play the Game of Thrones board game and really cause some fissures.
What a time.
You got to read the rules before the drinking starts.
That would never happen. I don't think I could explain those rules at all to my family because I still don't comprehend them.
Yeah, and there's also like you can play board games with your parents and stuff, but they got to be like an easier board game.
Mm-hmm. They don't have patience.
They're not. No. They don't care, and it'd be just too much work.
Oh, Scrabble and Upwards still make an appearance.
Nice.
Scrabble is fantastic. Upwards is even cooler.
I love Scrabble, and I can't get Michelle to play because she hates spelling.
She's
exactly what
not
she says.
good at it, and I feel like I'm not being mean. Like objectively,
no, yeah,
bad at
she
spelling.
would not want to do it.
Maybe it's just because I'm like really good at it in comparison to my family. It's like why I love playing Scrabble.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like the best speller in my family. So
there you go. But I also feel like Scrabble's not even so much as like spelling as much as it's like a strategy game, and like can you unscramble a word?
Mm-hmm. Tile placement.
Yeah, it's really all about tile placement. That's how you make the points.
Location.
And using that U and that X correctly.
I will say, though, having played Machikoro in my adult life, if we had that when I was a kid, we probably would have loved that game.
I love Machikoro now.
Machikoro is awesome.
Yeah.
It's a much more wholesome Monopoly.
Yeah, and one that it doesn't like eliminate half the players in the first 30 minutes.
Exactly. Monopoly's terrible. I hate Monopoly.
Monopoly's bad. I played so much Monopoly at family dinners and family game nights growing up.
It's the worst.
And I hated it.
But we also love playing. My mom and sister and I are a very close-knit group. So like we love playing like dirty games too. It's just like, Cards Against Humanity and like things where it's like it gets raunchy.
Yeah,
that stuff.
I could never play Cards Against Humanity with my parents. They would be too uncomfortable.
We used to play quarters at our like.
It's the most old passive thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, we used to play a bunch of drinking games. I remember one time we played Rage Cage, and my mom was super down for it. This is before they got old.
Are you talking about quarters where you bounce the quarter into the cup?
Yep.
I was thinking of the middle school game where you spin the quarter.
No.
And then
you gotta keep it spinning, and then if not, you
smack
smack each other in the knuckles with the quarter.
Yeah, no, that would be too much for
That'd
my
be
mom.
crazy.
But
why are we doing this?
Yeah. No, more so drinking games and even like card games for sure. Like we play BS and play our version of P&A before I knew what P&A was. And we've played King's Cup afterwards anyways too. I love it.
That's
Family's
cool.
very X-rated. It's pretty great.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'd say that's my toppies.
Well, that's quite wholesome, Danny.
Yeah, there were so many wholesome things going on here, everyone. I feel slightly warmer. Slightly.
I do feel warmer. I had to roll up my sleeves.
That might just be a temperature thing. All right, well, everyone, it's time for... Oh, that's interesting. The segment where we keep talking about stuff. And
things you could say.
We're sort of, I think this kind of ties in the wholesome nature. And we're just going to do the easy one, the topical one today.
Ointments.
We're gonna be.
Aren't they interesting?
Why do some people like them?
Why do some people not like ointments? What kind of ointments do people like?
We're gonna talk about the Disney Plus launch, and I just want to see what y'all think. Have any of you guys signed up for Disney Plus?
My sister has, and I have a sign-in, so I'm going to.
Nice.
Have not, probably will not. Another streaming service? Why? Why do we have to do another one?
If you do calculate how much you spend on all of them, if you wanted all of them, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like paying for AT&T Uverse or something.
You're paying more than satellite.
If I get another streaming service, it's going to be Shudder, if anything.
It's not great. It's really not good.
Well, I was hearing something the other day. I forgot where, but someone was pointing it out really well. They were just like, why even pay for more than one? Why not just get Hulu for a month, watch it. When you feel like, oh, okay, I'm good here, cancel it. Next month will be a Netflix month. And why not? You can start and stop it at any time.
True.
And most of the time, we watch one of these things for one show that you're watching. Like, for instance, we're not watching anything on Netflix right now. I could just go and turn it off.
Just hit the Netflix button, the little
Yeah.
switch behind the TV.
Exactly. It'll be fine. Well, Disney Plus is $6.99.
That's
and
pretty good for streaming services.
for a month, yeah. And that gets you everything Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic.
Damn it. It does sound like a pretty sweet deal. I love me some Nat Geo.
Right? For $12.99, you get Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN Plus.
Disney owns Hulu.
So, I mean, yeah.
What?
Disney, when they bought out, who was it they bought out? Was it Fox?
Oh yeah.
When they bought out Fox, Fox had a stake of shares in Hulu. So Disney is now like the majority shareholder of Hulu.
My
Damn.
And man, I think I'm already paying $10 a month for Hulu.
Yeah, like that doesn't sound bad.
Well,
An
it's
extra
part of
$3.
my Spotify.
Oh, you have it through Spotify. See, there's so many different ways to get
if you cancel
these
your
things.
Hulu, just get it with Spotify, and it comes with Hulu.
What?
My basic Spotify comes with Hulu.
That's
$9.99.
crazy.
Yeah.
See, paying for stuff that I don't even need to be paying for.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, but that's for $12.99. That's not too bad. I'm trying to figure out exactly what they were saying, and it's like the amount of shows are insane.
On Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, I don't know if I can find it here.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna watch The Mandalorian right now. Is
Yeah.
what I'm gonna check out, and then I really have no desire to watch any of the Marvel movies because most of them are on Netflix or were on Netflix.
Well, now they're not going to be.
Now they're not going to be.
Or any of the Star Wars movies.
That's what I was most upset about when I found out about the Disney streaming service. Was like, hey, you just gave me all of Star Wars on Netflix. Why are we watching on this deal?
And this is going even further because now like HBO's getting one, and they're taking Friends, and then I think what is it? ABC is getting one. I don't know. Office is going off onto
NBC.
NBC. There we go.
Wow.
So, man, a lot of these places are going to be.
I will always pay
real
for
thin.
HBO. HBO has the best premium content
Yeah, for reals.
of anything I can imagine. Like I always take a gamble watching a new HBO show, and it's like 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna like the show.
Shout out to the Righteous Gemstones.
Shout out to The Watchmen. Shout out to True Detective.
Shout out to the
Barry.
Tenacious D original series.
Exactly. Shout out to Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the Conchords, yeah, man.
6 Feet Under, The Sopranos. It's all on there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's some really good
Oh,
ones. on
that
HBO.
one show. Have you guys heard about that one? Game of Thrones.
Oh, have you guys heard about Band of Brothers?
Yes.
Dang.
HBO rules,
Which,
man.
without the show Band of Brothers, we never would have got the Whitest Kids You Know skit.
I love The Whitest Kids, you know.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's great. We'll watch it right now.
I do want to watch Mandalorian, so I am going to have to get Disney Plus at one point. The other thing that's annoying is that, and this is just like if you're into the Marvel thing, but they're going to have all these shows. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to come out first. And
Skip.
Kevin Feige has said that it will tie into the plot lines of the movie. Like, how much is it going to be? I don't know. But presumably there's going to be some kind of narrative. So if you've gone through the hassle of like watching all of those and keeping up with everything that's going on, unlike Daredevil and all of those, which just took place in the universe, but it wasn't like, oh, Daredevil's here. It's like, no, like these guys are characters from this universe and now they're on a TV show. So Tuesday, November 12th, the day we're recording this, Mandalorian Chapter 1. And Chapter 2 doesn't come out till Friday, November 15th. So they are going to put them out in like November 22nd, Chapter 3. So they are staggering some of the shows. So you have to like hold on to it.
Or are they like
I think so.
amounts?
I think it's the episode.
Interesting.
And there's a High School Musical series that's doing the same thing.
Gross.
I know you guys are super excited about that. There's also a show called The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Interesting.
I saw a trailer for that.
That sounds amazing. So I don't know, man. I'm down to check it out, but man, the streaming service thing is so crazy. Like, isn't Apple doing one now?
Apple TV Plus.
Facebook has a Facebook
Facebook
TV.
has
come
one.
Prime Video.
I just saw IMDb has a streaming service. It's just like, man.
It's gotta collapse at some point. Where
Well-
someone's gonna be like, all right, I'll give you all of these for
you would think a bunch of the smaller ones aren't going to last that long. But with Disney throwing their hat in the mix, that could really mess some stuff up. Like, who knows what's going to happen with Netflix? Maybe they'll just get bought out by Disney or something.
Let's just get a grip on reality. The only streaming service anybody ever needs is Crackle.
Ew. That's gross.
Just kidding.
That's gross. Okay, if you had to live with one streaming service for the next 10 years, you get one. Which one are you picking?
Hulu with live TV.
Prime Video.
I don't have a decision. That's too hard of a
Maybe
question.
HBO. I might say HBO.
Well,
you did just fervently defend HBO.
Well, on your
I
Hulu,
love
you can
HBO.
just do the HBO add-on.
Yeah, you can add the channel. on
Oh,
Prime
that's
Video.
true. No, let's say no add-ons. You
Okay.
gotta pick one, and if you want the add-on, that's gotta be the one you go for.
HBO.
Ooh,
I could be totally content with watching all of the content on HBO.
that's fair. Dang, I don't know. I mean, it might have to be Hulu.
It's tough.
I have no idea. You're gonna miss something.
Netflix has got to really pull their stuff together and like really pull
Yeah.
out some things that are going to make people want to buy it again.
Well, they have a couple things every once in a while, like Stranger Things. A season comes out, everyone watches it.
Black
But-
Mirror's gone downhill.
What do they have recently? I don't know.
Dark is pretty cool, but not enough to make people buy the
Get
service.
the Good Place after Hulu does. Cheers. I can't watch Cheers anywhere else.
Friends is on Netflix,
Weird.
but it's not going to be there longer.
Making your way in the world today.
Takes everything you got.
Well, on that note, let's make our way to Peeps and Predicaments, everyone.
How fun.
Yeah.
David, why don't you hand us some jars, man?
Here's the peeps for you.
Thank you.
And then I'll do the first predicament, and Danny can seal the deal. Who are we talking about today, Frank?
Today, the folks that we have facing off are going to be revealed as soon as I unfold this paper. Oh, gross. Goku versus One Punch Man.
Wow.
Dude, awesome.
This is the most hilarious. This is the one that Frank wants the least.
One Punch
Yeah, I
Man's gonna
kind of
win.
regret being here right now.
Saitama.
I have... Who is more likely to have a secret power?
Saitama.
I don't know anything about One Punch Man. Just
Oh,
pass that
man.
to Danny. What is the basic premise?
I think you would love Saitama. I think you would love One Punch Man because One Punch Man is a subversion of all animes. One Punch Man is one of those. It's like it's all the animes, especially fighting animes, are always about getting stronger and powering up and like finding out secret powers inside yourself.
Yeah.
One Punch Man, Saitama, the main character, the guy in the yellow suit, is the strongest man alive. He is so strong that he is clinically depressed because he finds no joy in being alive because he can beat anyone. So it's like really about
In how many punches?
one punch. Literally.
joking.
Man.
It's awesome. It's hilarious. It really subverts all expectations. I mean, it's really fun. It's a super fun anime. I think it's hilarious. There's a dub out. Frank, I think if you watch the first episode, you might be down for it because it's pretty funny.
Interesting.
Well, I feel like everybody, that is his like one power, right?
One Punch?
Yeah, just like being the strongest man alive.
is that a
he is the
secret, though?
strongest.
Does everyone know that?
Yes. No, it's a secret because most people don't think he is. He is. So they have a ranking system of heroes in this universe. It's like there's heroes and there's monsters in this universe. A bunch of monsters have been coming out. No one really knows why. So there's this like brigade of heroes
Heroes,
Hero-
the breakfast of champions.
for deaf people. These heroes come out.
It's fine, Danny. They will never hear this.
Oh, no. No.
What I'm saying is like he is technically ranked as a lower class hero than like his disciples who know his true power, who follow him.
Oh, okay. Well, then I think this is an easy one because Goku, everyone in the world knows who Goku is.
Pretty much. The only people that don't are like the strongest beings from their universe that always come to try and fight him.
And they're like, oh, whoa.
This is the strongest man ever.
And then Goku's like, I got to train.
Gets ready to throw a punch for 3 episodes.
No, gets ready to power up for 3 episodes.
Yeah, the punch happens in episode like 9.
Yeah. I can't say I'm on board for Dragon Ball anymore. I haven't gotten on the super craze, and it just doesn't appeal to me anymore. It is.
No, it's a little too adolescent for me, I think.
It's the antithesis of One Punch Man. I mean, it's like everything that One Punch Man is making fun of in a great stylistic way is Dragon Ball Z.
I might be down for this One Punch Man.
Dude, it's awesome.
Interesting.
It's one of my favorite animes.
Okay, well, easy one. Why don't you pull another predicament out here?
Let's see.
And let's see who's here. Goku
Saitama.
or Saitama?
One punch! Down, 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 down. Saito, hero. It's amazing. Also on Hulu. Let's see.
Brought to you by Hulu.
Who would make a better NASCAR pit crew member?
Oh,
Saitama's pretty fast. Goku's also pretty
I
fast.
mean, is he as fast as Goku? This is really a lot on you.
Nah, man. They would be pulling in to get their tires changed in the middle of like towards the end of a really important race. They'd be like, all right, we got to make this a quick one. And then Goku would be like, ah. And by the time he's done getting psyched out, the race is over, man.
Well, you haven't really watched Dragon Ball. That would be if he had to fight like a giant monster car. But he literally has a power called instant transmission.
I was just going to bring up instant
where he can teleport wherever he wants to.
Cars,
he can teleport.
Monster trucks.
In this episode, there's a monster car.
But I don't know how handy instant transmission comes into play on this thing because you're literally like, you instant transmit to the other side, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how fast One Punch Man is.
It's pretty fast.
We just know that Goku is fast. He's trained in worlds with heavy gravity, in ships with heavy gravity. He's trained with turtle shells on his back.
Do you know what the key to Saitama's power is?
What?
You want to know how he got so strong?
Okay, how?
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and running a mile every day.
It doesn't seem like a lot.
And that's how he became the strongest man on earth.
That's really funny.
It's amazing.
This is hard because he's like a caricature of Goku, essentially. That's what it sounds like. I don't know, man. I think Goku's faster, but I haven't seen One Punch Man. That's hard. It's hard to say.
I'm voting for One Punch Man because I don't want to talk about Goku anymore.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I'll always vote for Saitama. I love Saitama.
Let's do it then. Let's tiebreaker this thing. The sanctity has been derailed by ourselves because of the snafu that we had last episode.
Yeah, sometimes you make a mistake.
Sometimes you do.
And now we're just on this reality.
Yeah,
this is like
there are
the
two
timeline
branching
that we moved
paths of WeDAP now.
So we've got the Winston brothers versus Saitama.
The Winchester brothers.
Winchester brothers.
The Walton brothers.
The Walton.
Walt Disney and his brothers. All right. Who is more likely to join a terrorist cell?
Oh, my.
Well, Saitama is the definition of a hero. He wants to be a hero. He became a hero.
Winchester brothers.
I mean,
that's messed up.
I could see the Winchesters like having a storyline about like, we have to infiltrate this group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do that kind of thing all the time.
But then it's like every undercover cop movie ever. They find some like pretty jihadi lady, and then they end up coming around. I didn't mean to fall in love with you. It was never part of the plan.
I don't know how much like Middle East stuff gets worked into the later seasons of Supernatural, but I can see them playing along, not with the intention to be terrorists.
Just for gits and shiggles.
Well, no, to solve something.
Wouldn't that be funny?
What if we just joined a terrorist organization? That would not be funny.
No, never is.
No, never is. Unless Saitama is some kind of like Homelander, in disguise, then I think it's got to be the Winchester brothers. It doesn't sound like there would be any reason for One Punch Man to join.
I don't think he would.
He would just punch them
Just
if he had
punch
to.
each terrorist once and kill them dead.
He's against that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, look, the Winchesters are going to be sticking around, and I'm predicting quite a while.
I just wanted Saitama to stick around.
Sorry. If it was another question, if it was like who could beat someone up in the fewest amount of punches, he would have been all over it.
One Punch Man.
Oh, One Punch Man, that's his name. Dang. I'd sing the Supernatural theme song if there was one, or if I cared enough to know what it is, if there is one. I don't know.
The Winchester brothers. Not the hero we asked for, but the heroes we deserve, I guess.
Well, Danny, why don't you send us on a sign-off?
Well, everyone, this is my last time in flesh, but I will be back. Just pray to me every now and then, eat my blood and bread every once a week.
Wow.
Ooh,
once
that's
a month.
hot take.
sing about my birth once a year, and then sing about my death and rebirth.
Make statues of him and make sure he's got super ripped abs.
Put me on memes and inspirational quotes where you hate on other races. And yeah, I'll be back.
Just know whenever you see those footprints behind you, that's old Danny Two Hands.
It's me right behind you.
Oh, God.
Just following you on the beach. Thanks again, guys. Peace.